An important video. I've been asked hundreds of times about the GS1 barcode crackdown that Amazon is doing. Do you need a GS1 barcode, or can you purchase the GS1 barcodes through a reseller such as Speedy Barcodes or Barcodes Mania? I'm going to answer that question in full here today to give you all the information you need to make a choice between 3 options which I'll present to you. So that's what I'm coming at you with in this video, just based on the amount of questions that have been asked. So it's going to be a good one if you're curious about that. Before we get started, make sure you're part of this FBA mastermind. It's incredible. There's so many people in here helping each other out. We're giving away $500 every single month to everybody who's taking action in here. And it's just a bunch of absolute studs who are getting amazing results on Amazon FBA. Link is in the description to apply to become part of this group. It's completely free. What I want to do, I'll come back to James Scott because he's helping us out with this barcode conundrum that everyone's facing. We're going to be putting Speedy Barcodes up against GS1 barcodes, and I'm going to show you what I do and what I recommend. I guess I'm going to let you make the decision on what you're going to be doing. So we've got a graphic over here we're going to come back to in a second. We want to start over here. Why do we need a barcode? Why do we need a UPC code? It's basically so Amazon can distinguish your products from everybody else's products. It's your unique identifier. So Amazon get it in the warehouse, they scan your barcode, they can correlate that with your listing and keep inventory management and all the logistics really clean. So when you go to add a product on Amazon, it's going to prompt you to add a UPC code. So you can come down here and select UPC and put in your UPC code here. Now, you can get a UPC code directly from GS1, or you can get it through a reseller such as Speedy Barcodes for a lot cheaper, who have purchased them through GS1 already. So they're all going to be GS1 compliant, at least Speedy Barcodes is and Barcode Mania is, and all the not all of them, but most of them is, so double check it is. If you want an alternative, Speedy Barcodes is one that I've personally used and have had no problems with. But is it okay to be using Speedy Barcodes even though they're GS1 if you haven't purchased them directly from GS1? That's where we're going to come over to this life-size drawing accurate little graphic here that I'm going to explain to you exactly what's going on behind the scenes and hopefully get you to make a decision for yourself. So this is Jeff Bezos. He's the CEO of Amazon, and he's going to be our little policeman who's going to be looking around, making sure everyone's getting the right barcode. Basically, GS1 is represented by this blue box. They are a government organization. You can get them at gs1.org/barcodes. And basically, they charge, as far as I'm concerned, as far as I'm aware, $450 per year to use an unlimited amount of their barcodes. So it's a yearly subscription. If you cancel the yearly subscription, you no longer own the barcode. So you'll be committed to paying this every single year, which is not a crazy amount of money, especially if you have 2 or 3 or up to 100 products doing well. If this is your first product, I understand the hesitancy of putting forward $150 just for one barcode. So I'm going to tell you, show you an alternative that you can use. So Speedy, this is Speedy Barcodes down here, and why it's on top of GS1 is because it has purchased their barcodes from GS1 already. I'm not sure if they have a $450 subscription fee and they're just giving out the unlimited barcodes to other people, or they pay a different sort of reseller fee and they give people barcodes out. But basically, you can get one barcode for super cheap, like down to $2 if you buy, I guess, 100 of them or so. I guess we can get the exact prices over here. One barcode for $5. So you can get them for $2 if you buy 5 barcodes. So it's so much cheaper, especially if this is your first product, and that's why a lot of people use a reseller like this. Now, the problem is, what Amazon is saying is you need to be registered with GS1, because if they check your product, if they try and verify your barcode or UPC code, they're going to go to GS1 and be like, hey, GS1, we found Benji has a product over here, and he's claiming it is this barcode or whatever it is. Is that true? Now, you're depending on Speedy Barcodes or whoever the reseller is to not screw you, basically. So GS1 will look at Speedy Barcodes and they'll say, yes, we have given this to Speedy Barcodes and Benji has purchased through Speedy Barcodes. So we're all good, Jeff. And he's like, cool. But we are dependent on Speedy Barcodes to pay the subscription fee to GS1 or however they've organized that with GS1. And we are also depending on Speedy Barcodes not to resell the same barcode to somebody else. So if we use this barcode for us and Speedy Barcodes has sold this to somebody else, Jeff's like, hey, is this barcode cool? And they're like, no, this barcode's being used by 2 people. And obviously we'll get our listings taken down because of that. So that is the risk that you run into. So the official recommendation from Amazon right here, and it's on the Amazon website as well, is we recommend obtaining your UPCs directly from GS1 and not third parties selling UPC licenses like Speedy Barcodes to ensure the appropriate information is reflected in the GS1 database. So basically what I just described, when they go to GS1, is the information correct there? And you're depending on your reseller to have that information there, which is why it can be a problem. And I'm not going to officially recommend you do it this way because the risk is in your hands. You have to choose it yourself. This is how I started, and this is how I'm still actually functioning right now because I did not know about all these rules. I am going to be switching to a subscription fee for $450 to be safe, and because I am lucky enough to be able to pay $450 and I have a lot of products. I have over 20 products that I have about 12 products now, and I have about 8 more that I'm launching. So I can definitely justify this cost, and then I will be safe. And if anything was to happen, if Amazon had a huge crackdown one day, which I can't foresee happening because there's millions of products who use the reseller barcodes. The majority of them do. Like there's a very, very small minority who use GS1. If they do have a crackdown one day, I will be safe. So 100% up to you. If you're getting started, there is a cool little workaround that I want to talk to you about. So when you list a product, this is your product here. Let's go over here. You can have different identifiers than just a UPC code. And what happens is if you are a big business, where are we? Advertising, enhance brand content. So this is called brand registry. And if you get brand registry, you no longer need to use barcodes on your products. You use something called an FN SKU. And those FN SKUs will be your unique identifier. So what happens, instead of Jeff Bezos being like, okay, so this is my barcode. Okay, we're going to study this barcode. Yep, got it. GS1, is that right? What happens is I can register the product with this barcode. But instead, once I enroll in brand registry, which you should research on your own, that's a whole different video. It's basically if you have a big brand and good seller feedback and a trademark or a patent or something. So if you build this brand into something really big, you can then switch to the FN SKU identifier. So when Amazon come over and they're like, okay, what's up with this product? Okay, cool. They have a unique FN SKU, which they created themselves. And it is all functioning. So they no longer will look at your UPC and verify with GS1 because you're not using a barcode. So you're not using that GS1 UPC. That's the workaround with it. So an alternative is to launch using a $2 barcode and just fingers crossed that no crazy event happens within the next 6 months. Build the brand up, get an FN SKU, and just throw the barcode out the window. And you no longer depend on Speedy Barcodes to maintain their integrity and not resell that or anything. If you're getting an error message when you list your barcode into, I have to go way back now, into that little box, if it says invalid UPC, it's probably a bad sign for the person who sent that to you because it's probably being used for somebody else, or it's not being sold or have been purchased through GS1. So ask all the questions you have below if I didn't clear anything up, because I want this to be the comprehensive video that people can watch and understand exactly what's happening. Before you leave, I have a big announcement for you. You probably already know the masterclass is super, super popular. It's the full in-depth 12-hour, currently 12-hour, it's about to be pushed up to a 20-hour full of advanced tactics on launching your Amazon product, get it at the link in the description and get it this week. If you don't get it this week, this is not a drill, it's not a joke. The price is going up on Friday. If you've been on the fence, if you've been following my YouTube channel and Evan's YouTube channel for a while, grab the masterclass now because we're adding tons of amazing content to it, like incredible content. We're doing a second transparent launch in there with advanced strategies. If you join up between now or Monday and Friday of this week, you get one free coaching call, one-on-one coaching call to get your product set up and get your mindset right and ask all the questions you can. This is the only time you can get this. So use the link in the description to start changing your life financially forever. Remember, all it takes is one successful product for you to have the financial freedom that you've been dreaming of. So this is not fake scarcity. We're not trying to scare you into buying it. If you don't want to buy it, definitely don't buy it. But if you've been considering it and you want the financial freedom that these FBA businesses bring, now's the time to do it, and the masterclass is your answer. We teach the product web, we teach all the advanced strategies in there that nobody else teaches. So grab yourself a copy. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on your post notifications, and I'll see you tomorrow. I said that hesitantly because I don't know if it's tomorrow. It might be the next day. I might see you on Thursday. So whenever we do see each other, I look forward to it.